In the beginning, humans lived in isolation. As the journey of civilization moved ahead, they formed families. The families in turn took the shape of a community. In a community, they could share each other's sorrows and moments of happiness. Here, they could help each other in the time of need, lend a helping hand to their fellows, and provide relief to a grieving heart. Living in a community, they were able to do much more than what they could have done individually. From vast building complexes to great scientific advancements, the community served as a bedrock for all human achievements. With the coming of the industrial age, the communities were swallowed by mega-cities. A selfish hue spread over the city. Humans were too busy running after their own petty profits. As a famous saying goes, a city is a place where people live together to live away from each other. Fortunately, between all this disgrace, there radiates a beacon of light. A people living in a big city, but like a community. They are part of the fast life, but unlike others, they care for other human beings. The fast-paced and ruthless lifestyle has not affected them by any means. They believe in living for others, as they have done for many decades. They are the Memon community. And at the very heart of Memon community, its crown jewel is the organization that represents the Memon community throughout the world, and it is known as the World Memon Organization. An organization which strongly believes in uniting the community, uplifting the spirit of people, and upholding the values which are important for the prosperity of mankind. In other words, living for others. Documentary on social welfare work of the World Memon Organisation, Pakistan chapter. From Pakistan to India, Far East to the Middle East, Europe to North America, and Australia to Africa. World Memon Organisation is the leading representative organization of Memons the world over, fighting against diseases, poverty and illiteracy on all fronts. The WMO has gained a special place in the hearts and minds of the whole community. Founded in 2002, WMO has its own very strong and efficient global network. Because of its most effective, dynamic and strong connections throughout the world, the WMO has gone beyond any concept of limitations or boundaries. Strong belief in unity, love, welfare, progress and success, keeping the traditions and values alive, and working for the betterment of the community are the ideals at the core of the WMO. Probably that's the reason that WMO explains its manifesto in these words. The purpose of the WMO is to act as the central Memon organization representing the entire Memon community throughout the world, promoting the advancement, upliftment, unity, welfare and well-being of all Memons in all aspects of life and at all times in accordance with the Islamic principles. The headquarters of WMO is United Kingdom, while it has 7 chapters in different regions of the world, including Pakistan, India, Middle East, Far East, Africa, North America and Europe. Pakistan is considered as the most active chapter of them all under the dynamic leadership of Shoaib Mangoria and HM Shehzad in Pakistan. The comprehensive activities of WMO have been going on continuously, covering both education and other welfare. The motive behind these activities is to gain the blessings of Almighty Allah. To achieve their objectives and ensure their success, WMO is blessed with a dedicated leadership. This collective leadership consists of a board of management which includes trustees, patrons, elected and nominated members. These representatives are full of vigor and dedication, striving to serve the humanity with all their strength. Elections are held every second year. This year, elections were held on the 18th May 2008 to elect 10 members. Education is the topmost priority for WMO. They want to see the community leap forward through better education. They understand the importance of human resource development. To them, lack of educational opportunity is a great tragedy. To help posterity access quality education, the WMO has developed a comprehensive plan. In order to achieve this goal, an Education for All committee was formed. The committee invited applications from deserving and talented students seeking financial help. The committee received 4,260 applications in 2008. Most of the applicants are now availing the scholarship for their studies.
The scholarship given by WMO increased my confidence and encouraged me to continue with what I am doing. I believe I have utilized the scholarship in my best way possible. I have been an A+ student throughout my school life, and I have scored the top GPA of 4.0 and got the top position in the university in fall 2007 semester.
Doing BS in medical technology was not an easy task for me because of the high college fees. WMO has sponsored me a scholarship for my education, and I'm really very thankful to WMO.
WMO made my dream come true. It believed in my competencies and influenced me to opt for ACCA. It helped me out substantially, and I would really grateful to them till my entire life. Education is the only pragmatic way to make our community unprecedented and immaculate.
Aiming for the stars is what I wanted to achieve. The 4-year BBA program at IBA was a wonderful experience, but it seemed impossible, especially in terms of financing. But this was possible because of WMO.
When my younger brother was born, he used to suffer from seizures. It was quite scary, and then my mother and me took him to a doctor, and with one capsule, he ended that scary part. Then I realized that my dream is to become a doctor. After that, my father was diagnosed with diabetes, and we had financial problems, and WMO came as a blessing in disguise. Now I am on my way to become a doctor, not just any doctor, but the youngest Memon doctor at the age of 21 years.
My friends and family were always annoyed by the toy stethoscope I carried around constantly as a child. My favorite game was Doctor Doctor. The WMO's effort have turned that plastic toy stethoscope into a real one. They will be a part of every family I comfort, every patient I care for, and every life I save. They understand what a simple financial effort can bring to a family. They understand what higher education can do for the social upliftment of a community. At least for my family, the WMO has been a true godsend.
The Board of Management has formed a committee for higher education for the talented students to acquire professional qualification for a better tomorrow. In the year 2007, one of the concepts which emerged from the platform of WMO was that of a vocational training institute, which is known as Memon Industrial and Technical Institute, or MITI, which was conceived to be operated on a non-profit basis and to promote and advance the skills on the one hand and to facilitate the less privileged class to earn their living through their skills on the other. MITI would not have seen the light of the day without the persuasion of Haji Abdur Razak Yaqub, the president of WMO, who has taken upon himself to finance the entire project. This idea took the physical shape when a meeting was set with the City Nazim Mustafa Kamal at the venue of the 5th General Assembly meeting along with a delegation that had arrived from India. This project was also discussed in that meeting. Later, the City District Government Karachi granted the possession of a building to WMO. This building is located on 6 acres of land in Korangi, the largest industrial region of Karachi. Under WMO's administration, the construction and finishing work began on this unfinished building, having constructed area of 136,000 square feet under the chairmanship of Mr. Shehzad. Along with his team, Mr. Shehzad has accepted the challenge of starting the MITI within the shortest possible time and is still going on with great vigor and enthusiasm. As soon as the MITI will become functional, the youth of the society will gain access to such a vocational institution from where they could learn and acquire skills to cope with the ever-advancing technology. Memon Medical Institute, MMI, is such a splendid achievement of the Memon Health Foundation that its significance and real potential will only be realized in the coming years. Built on 11.5 acres of land, the MMI will become synonymous with quality health care. This hospital, which has entered into the last phase of finishing, will be providing services in the year 2009. It was made possible by the unwavering support of the WMO in its initial stage. The waiting lounge in the WMO House, Karachi, is always bustling with people in dire need. From the problems of impediments in education to residential problems, healthcare expenditures, there are numerous tragedies which plague the lives of common people. The officials of WMO lend their ears to every plea for help one by one and try to resolve their problems in such a way that their self-respect is never hurt. Under the administration of the Pakistan chapter of WMO, a new microfinancing project has also been started. Following the Grameen Bank model, small-scale loans on easy installments are being granted to people so that they may not only receive some support to bounce back on their feet, but also that the payback wouldn't become a burden on them.
We are working on several projects such as women empowerment, unemployment, helpline and website development. The idea is women empowerment is obviously to empower women and especially housewives. The idea of helpline is to provide access to all Memons in case of any emergency, and we are working on the database of such a program. Unemployment is a major problem, as you all know, and we have a very well developed program to provide our youth, our Memon youth, employment. Whatever we do or whatever we are planning to do would be uploaded on our website.
Under the Rozgar scheme, the WMO has decided to give finance for loading pickups. This scheme is designed with the classic Chinese proverb in mind. Give a man a fish and feed him for a day. Teach him how to fish and feed him for life. The youth of any country is its real backbone, which ultimately determines the prospects of its progress and its standing among the nations of the world in future.
We plan to develop teams of emerging leaders and inculcate sense of identity in them. as we are facing identity crisis. Identity being a culture, language and religion. We also provide career counseling according to their abilities and willingness. We have been working on different events like the cricket trials were being held to develop World Memon Organisation 11. Even we are working for the youth convention to gather the youth and to make them aware of the current
Young
crisis.
Leaders Achievement Program was arranged to inculcate leadership qualities in the youth of the community, which was very successful. Cricket is a very popular sport in the whole country and especially among the youth of Karachi. For that purpose, hundreds of Memon youth were invited to participate in all-day cricket trials. For this purpose, the services of the former A-class cricketer Mr. Aftab Baloch were acquired.
सबसे पहले तो मैं ये कहूँगा कि वर्ल्ड मेमन यूथ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने जो ये एक डिसीजन लिया है कि क्रिकेटर्स यंगस्टर्स को एक क्रिकेट की तरफ मुतवज्जा करें, उसके लिए उन्होंने ख़ास तौर पर जो पाकिस्तान विंग के जो मेमन एसोसिएशन है उन्होंने ये डिसाइड किया कि इन क्रिकेटर्स को यहाँ बुलाया जाए और ट्रायल दिए जाए। इस सिलसिले हमने एडवर्टाइज़ की थी और 250 का हमें उसका रिस्पांस मिला और आज हमने उनको ट्रायल्स भी यहाँ बुलाया। तो ये लड़के माशाल्लाह सब अच्छे हैं, टैलेंटेड लड़के हैं। पाकिस्तान में टैलेंट, क्रिकेट का टैलेंट तो आपको पता है कि बहुत ज़्यादा है और कीननेस भी बहुत ज़्यादा है। अब उसका अंदाज़ा आपको इससे होगा कि आज जो रिस्पांस मिला हमें 250 क्रिकेटर्स यहाँ मौजूद हैं इस वक्त और हम इनका ट्रायल्स ले रहे हैं। तो ये एक इसका फर्स्ट स्टेप है अभी इस सेटअप का। इंशाल्लाह आगे भी और है क्रिकेट, लेकिन जहाँ तक आज ट्रायल का ताल्लुक़ है हमने इनको प्रॉपर तरीके से वॉच कर रहा हूँ मैं और जो जो टैलेंटेड प्लेयर्स हमें नज़र आते जा रहे हैं उनको सेलेक्ट करेंगे। तो इस तरह हम एक 8 टीम बनाएंगे, 8 टीमों का सिलेक्शन होगा और इन 8 टीमों को फिर आगे चलकर हम एक टूर्नामेंट करा रहे हैं जो पाकिस्तान मेमन यूथ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इसको ऑर्गेनाइज़ करेगी और वो टूर्नामेंट खेलेगा। उस टूर्नामेंट को खेलने के बाद इनकी एक सॉलिड टीम बनेगी, कराची की मेमन यूथ की एक टीम बनेगी और वो फिर आगे फर्दर उसको मैचेस वगैरह खिलाएंगे और ग्रूम करेंगे।
After such shining stars on the horizon of cricket as Hanif Mohammad, Sadiq Mohammad, Mohammad Shoaib, Iqbal Qasim and Amin Lakhani, very soon many other Memon youth would shine in the global cricket arena and bring fame and recognition to their country and the community. WMO is very well aware of the affairs and problems of women. To facilitate women in the development of professional skills, receiving higher education, and to empower them for future challenges is one of the top priorities of the WMO. The WMO wants to see dynamic and energetic women in its ranks to achieve that goal.
The vision of the Ladies Wing WMO was to encourage the Memon ladies to come forward and join hands with the organization. By these activities, the Ladies Wing is trying to enlighten and bring awareness among Memon sisters, which will be beneficial to their families. Since we wanted to help Memon ladies, we have formed committees: Jahiz Committee, Marriage Bureau, Microfinance, Scholarships, Assistance Financial to needy people, and we also have Zakat funds.
The elders of the community had lighted the candles instead of cursing the darkness decades ago. The light which has been illuminating millions of people and many generations since then. Educational institutions are spreading knowledge. Hospitals are serving to give relief to the sick. Women are studying and grooming their skills, which guarantee them a happy and prosperous future. Seeds sown by the far-sighted elders have grown into stalwart trees, blossoming with flowers and bending with fruits. WMO will be a ray of hope for the humanity. It is a promise from the Memons. The beacon of light, lit by the present leadership of WMO, will go on spreading the goodness. The best of the people are those who believe in living for others.